First, we take Oregon's head coach Mario Cristobal. Duck fans are still recovering. Then we snatch Kevin Steele, who had verbally committed to be the DC at Maryland. Terrapin fans are speechless. And now we poach Michigan's OC, who had helped take them to the playoffs just last season. Wolverine fans are in shambles. Who can't we get? What's going on, Canes fans? Now, before we dive into this video, I have a question for you. Would you like some free money? For those of you that just nodded your head yes, I have a little proposition for you. Double check and make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, because once we hit 20,000 subs in 2022, I'm going to be giving away, yes, some free money. Think of it this way. It's kind of like playing the lottery, except the ticket is completely free. So let's work on smashing this goal, 20K in 2022. I know we can do it. You can finally breathe, Canes fans. It's officially over. The Miami Hurricanes have hired Josh Gattis as our new offensive coordinator. And yes, this is the Gattis that you're thinking of. He started the job as the OC at Michigan back in 2019, and he helped take them to the playoffs just this last season. And something else worth noting, I mean, it's kind of, sort of, a little bit of a big deal. He actually won the Broyles Award for last season as well for the best assistant head coach in all of college football. So what I would like to immediately address in this video is the Canes fans that are panicking because they believe that we are never going to throw the ball ever again now. Now that is a little bit of a stretch and an exaggeration on my part, but there's a large portion of Canes fans on social media, most notably Twitter, that are a little bit worried about the style of offense that Gattis will be bringing with him to Miami. I don't think that you need to worry about that. You have to understand that an OC does in fact have the ability to adapt, so he can come in and adjust and fine-tune his offense and his play calling based on our specific players' strengths. If I were to try to describe Gattis' offense at Michigan, I would personally say that it was a no-huddle pro spread style type of offense. It was actually a very balanced attack. Last year, Michigan passed for 3,000 yards and rushed for 3,000 yards. Now, there's no denying that Gattis prefers to run a very aggressive and physical style offense. He's not really a fan of the whole dink and dunk, if you know what I mean.
You know, we're just not going to go out there and dink and dunk the ball around, you know, throwing bubble screens and all that. We're aggressive.
And don't get me wrong, Michigan did run the ball a lot more than they passed last season, but we also have a much more capable quarterback here at Miami with Tyler Van Dyke. So it'll be interesting to see what he dials up with his offense here at Miami. And I'm not going to lie, it would be kind of interesting if he decides to go with a run-heavy spread with tempo. We'll see how it pans out. We would definitely need to work on improving our O-line, and we would need to just bulk up overall in the trenches, but, that's something that this staff is currently working on. And if you're a numbers guy, last year Michigan's offense ranked number 16 in total scoring offense and number 11 in total yards. And boy, let me tell you, Josh Gattis has a great resume. He started out as a graduate assistant at North Carolina. He's held multiple jobs as wide receivers coach and passing game coordinator, and he even had a short stint at Alabama as co-OC. He was set to make around $1.2 to $1.5 million at Michigan this year, so Gattis said in an interview that it would take something very special to get him to leave the Wolverines. And you know what? Miami is it. Miami is that something special that he said that he would want, that it would take for him to actually leave that Michigan program. And he is very excited to come be a part of the U. All I got to say is Jim Harbaugh messed around flirting with the NFL, and he done lost an OC. So the bottom line for me is that I think this is a home run hire. And honestly, both the DC and OC positions fall in that category. I'm a big fan of Kevin Steele and Josh Gattis, and I think this is the right call. And I want to end on saying that I find it very interesting that Gattis's name was never in the potential OC talks. When you go and look at leaks from ESPN or all these various reporting sites or any YouTube content creators, myself included, again, I'm throwing myself in that category, he was never on anyone's list. And that's kind of how it worked out with Kevin Steele, right? Like we were throwing names around, Tennessee's OC, who else? We were talking about when we were trying to get Ken Dorsey and just all the, so many names, right? I could sit here and talk all day about it. All these various different lists and top fives and top tens and, oh, it's going to be this guy. Nobody mentioned Josh Gattis. And it just shows how tight of a ship Mario Cristobal is trying to run at the University of Miami. Leaks are kept to a minimum. And even as a YouTuber, someone who likes to put out news and speculation and all these different things and opinions, I'm okay with that. I love that because nobody else truly knows what's going on except for the people deep in the program. So that still gives us an opportunity to guess, to speculate, to put out our opinions, and it's still fun to discuss and talk about. It doesn't take away from that. And I actually just prefer the fact that he's kind of running a tight ship and that leaks are held to a minimum. Basically, Mario Cristobal doesn't care if you're complaining on Twitter. You know why? Because he's out there working. So let me know how you feel about this hire. Is Josh Gattis a home run splash hire for you? As I said, I'm seeing actually a lot of Canes fans who are initially excited, but then they go and think about the type of offense that Michigan ran, and then they seem to act a little disappointed and upset about it. It's also going to be interesting that if he actually stays the wide receiver coach as well, so he would be, OC plus coaching the wide receivers, that still leaves an open position for a quarterback's coach. So we could bring in a guy that could specifically focus on developing TVD and Jake Garcia and some of these other guys that we have coming in the 2022 class. So it's going to be very exciting to see how this continues to develop. And we still have a small portion of the staff to hire, some other position coaches and whatnot. So we'll see how Mario Cristobal wraps this thing up. But let me know how you feel about Josh Gattis. As I said, is this a splash hire? Are you upset? Do you like it? Do you just want to know more? Let me know down in the comment section, and we'll do plenty more videos about these hires. And don't be afraid to express your opinion. If you dislike the hire, it's okay. You're allowed to say that, and we can talk it out down in the comment section. And once again, don't forget to subscribe. 20K in 2022. I'm going to say it until you start hearing it in your dreams, in your sleep. It's what you're going to be. You're going to be walking around, and you're just going to hear in the back of your mind or a whisper, 20K in 2022. And you're just going to be looking around. What was that? You're going to be looking to see if Coop is behind you whispering that in your ear. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And remember, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.